Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa and I wanted to show you the top flowers that I suggest for your pressed flower garden, which we talked about in a previous video. So if you're new here, a pressed flower garden is less maintenance than a vegetable garden or a cut flower garden. So if you've tried both of those and they just were too much work, or you just noticed that you didn't have enough time, or you did your cut flower garden for 3 years and then you burnt out, this might be something that you could actually enjoy and not really worry about because Mother Nature does most of the work. So a pressed flower garden is definitely more whimsical. You still have all the color and all the vibrancy that you absolutely love, and it's better for pollinators because you can let the pollinators actually eat and drink from the flowers, rather than a cut flower garden you're trying to cut the flower before it's pollinated. So you could document your pressed flower garden. You could watch the pollinators. I always like to see what they're doing as I'm looking at the flowers and seeing all the bees and hummingbirds, regular birds, just everybody all in one place, kind of just coexisting. It's very cool, and it's just a reminder that the world is so big. Like, you have to share your backyard. You just have to. And it's necessary for the world to continue. Pollinators, we absolutely need them, so let's be kind. Let's get into it. So these are my favorite to press. They're my favorite because they're really big, okay? These giants can probably fit maybe the palm of my hand, okay? So I'm not a big person. I'm 5'4", I think. My license says 5'5", but I guess I'm 5'4", according to my doctor. And they come in so many different colors. What I like about these is you can get them anywhere. You can get them already grown. You can direct seed these if you wanted to. You can put them in planters if you wanted to. The more you pick, the more you'll get. Let me close the door quickly. We're in my tiny little greenhouse, and it's windy outside and about 35 degrees, so I'm going to keep that closed. Here's another variety of pansies. Still the same. Multiple colors. Some people call these violas. I just call them pansies. The thing about pansies, though, they get really knocked down in the rain. So if you're going to have a hard rain, you do want to protect them. They will just get eliminated because they are so fragile. Basically the petals on them are very thin, and that's why they press so well, because they're paper-like when they're completely dry. That's exactly what you want. You don't want anything that's holding or retaining a lot of moisture, because it'll mold and it'll ruin all of your flowers. So moving on, we have sweet peas. These again are beautiful. They come like a little bit longer, so you can always just pick off the blooms, or you could do like a half a stem. I really like these because of the variety of colors, and they smell so pretty. Even when they're dry, they smell pretty. These are the Shasta Daisy. So these are amazing. They press really well. They look really cool if you're doing like crafts or making jewelry. These ones are not tiny, I will tell you that. So these ones are about the size of like a cookie. You can get smaller ones, like a feverfew would be very small, and it's more bush-like. But these are awesome, and they also come back every year, so you don't have to plant them every year. They'll just come back automatically, and they do travel around, so these are traveling seed. So just make sure that where you're putting them, you know, make sure it's not like next to your neighbors or whatnot, unless they love flowers like you do. This next one are forget-me-nots. This is a pollinator favorite. You can see this little bee here in the corner. I'm also pollinator certified, so I'm a steward, certified steward. If you have any questions on what's best for your garden for pollinators, just absolutely ask me a question. I'll get to you right away. These flowers are very, very small. They're forget-me-not, so I feel like if someone's maybe missing someone, or someone lives far away or anything like that, it's more of like a sentimental flower for some people. But I just love the blue color. Even this color reminds me of my hydrangea bush. It's this color blue, and they press and they keep their color. They're just stunning, and they're tiny. So you can make little fun things when you're pressing these. You can use them in jewelry, you can do stationery, so many different things. And then last but not least, we needed some greenery. So, believe it or not, these press amazing. The Bells of Ireland. The Bells of Ireland grow in a long stalk, okay? But you can use little blossoms, basically. You don't have to use the whole stem. And you can press them. You can cut them in half to press them, or you could just press them whole. And they actually do look like bells. So a lot of people, when they're pressing with these, they're great foliage to bring some green. Also, ferns press amazing. If you have wild fern in your garden, I would definitely do that. And you could also turn these, like when they're pressed, they look like little fairy dresses. So you'll see that if someone's making like pressed flower art, they'll usually use something like this to do like the skirt of a fairy or something. But I wanted to show you those. And then also, I just wanted to show you again that anything like this, okay, anything like this that has multiple seeds in it, there's a lot of pressed flowers in here. There's like so many. And this has, oh my gosh, I think it's 25 times 5. So 3 times more seeds per packet. So I don't even know how many seeds are in here. It doesn't say. Normally it would, but this is kind of a pack with a bunch of different ones. And all the flowers here on the back. Absolutely. Press these. You can pick some of them. You can press some of them. Like, why wouldn't you? And then also I'm going to show you this one. I showed in the last video. This is a wildflower mix. You can basically press all these flowers as well. It's highly encouraged. If you want kind of like a pick and press garden, I would do something like that. If you're just looking to just kind of have something whimsy and try something out for the new year, I would absolutely suggest doing a pressed flower garden. I absolutely enjoy it, and it's highly suggested to me because I've done the cut flower garden. It's a lot of work. I don't have any water back here in my, like, it's not a farm area, but in my backyard. But it's acreage, and there's no water other than what Mother Nature provides. And it was very hard maintaining a cut flower garden with no water, depending on, you know, what's coming down from the sky. So that was tough. And then when we decided to bring water in, we used giant cubes full of water, collected rainwater as much as we could, ran a gas motor, hooked to a hose to basically give everything water. And it was just a lot of extra work and a lot of dragging hoses and gasoline and stuff that I don't think gardening really needs. So I just thought to me, it wasn't, you know, crazy worth it. I wasn't making any money off the flowers the second time around. The first time around I did, but that was during the pandemic, and I feel like people just had the time. So if you love flowers and you want to have something beautiful in your yard still that you can pick and press, possibly make some money out of it, or just enjoy feeding the pollinators and documenting, you know, nature at its best, I highly suggest doing a pressed flower garden. And if you have any questions, I am here for you, and I would love to speak with you. If you have, you know, something you're kind of stuck on, you're not sure. Also, I could probably answer a ton of questions for you. I am sorry that this video is not edited. I don't plan to edit any of my videos, so this is absolutely live. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video. The next video, I'm going to show you how to store seeds. I collect a ton of seeds over the summer and the fall when things are just starting to let go, and I will show you how I preserve them in the next video. Take care. Bye.